The Hike by T. Albert. Illustrated by myillustrations.com. Read by Miguelito O. Sally. Mandy was lucky as she and her mother lived with her grandparents, and she liked nothing better than to spend time with her grandfather. You see, he was always making something and she enjoyed watching, learning, and sometimes even helping him finish whatever he was doing. Grandfather, what are you building in your workshop today? It's look like you're playing with two long sticks.
I'm going to make two walking sticks with your help. One for you and one for me. Then I have a surprise.
Alright, where do I start? After some times, Mandy with her grandfather's help finished the walking sticks. They were two of the most beautiful walking sticks she had ever seen. With the bark removed, they were sand smooth hand, each had a funny looking face carved in them. These are really nice. But just what do we do with them?
That is the surprise, granddaughter. Tomorrow morning, we are going on hike in the woods, and these walking sticks will help make the hike easier. So now, it's time to clean up and go to sleep so we are well rested for the hike.
The next morning, Mandy did not need an alarm to wake her. She was up, dressed, and ready to go as the sun rose and the day began. She went to the kitchen and saw that her grandfather was busy packing sandwiches, water, snacks, and other items into their backpacks. It looks like we are going to be hiking for a long time.
It will be an all-day hike. I think we have everything, so grab your walking stick and let's go.
What about breakfast?
Oh, did I forget to mention that we are going to stop and have breakfast at a dinner?
Their journey began. After a great breakfast and a long drive, they arrived at the base of a mountain in the beginning of the trail. This is beautiful. Just where are we hiking?
To the very top of the mountain, where we will have lunch, rest, maybe take a swim, and then right back down.
Swim? Is there a lake on the top of the mountain?
Yes, there is a pond surrounded by big flat rocks. It was carved from the mountain during the last ice age, and is filled with clear, cold water.
Wow! As they hiked up the mountain, Mandy asked many questions. What kind of tree is that? How high are we? Are there bears around here? Are there any other people up here? What do we do if we get lost? Are there snakes? And of course, are there yet? Her grandfather answered her questions the best he could and explained that they were in a very natural area. Not many people, all sorts of wildlife, even bears. He helped her understand and respect the natural beauty around them, particularly the animals. He taught her how to use a compass and things to help them be safer while they hike.
Like before stepping over a log, put your walking stick on the other side to let any animals, like a snake, know you are there. Whistle a song or make some noise to let the bigger animals know you are their area. Mandy, there are a few things to remember. When you are hiking or anywhere for that matter, the earth is our mother. Take care of her. All life is sacred. Treat all life with respect. Take from the earth what is needed and nothing more. Enjoy your journey, but leave no tracks.
As they hiked a little farther, the forest opened and Mandy saw the pond surrounded by large flat rocks. They had arrived and it was almost like being in a different world. Mandy picked a large rock that extended out into the water for them to rest on. It had been warmed by the sun and was the perfect place for lunch. As her grandfather unpacked their food, she leaned over and wiggled her fingers in the cold water. Immediately, several small fish came by and nibbled at her fingers, shrieked and surprised, and then realizing the fish were just curious, placed her hand back into the water and watched as the fish darted on her fingers. She laughed and played with the fish until,
Time for lunch!
after lunch and a rest period, they took swim. The water was deep and Mandy couldn't reach the bottom no matter how hard she tried. She giggled each time a clear fish nibbled at her body and watched a deer come down to have a drink. It was a wonderful day and she was saddened when she heard her grandfather say,
Mandy, it's time to dry off and begin the hike down to the car.
after making sure everything was just like it was then they arrived. They began their hike down the mountain. After a short time, Mandy asked,
Grandfather, can we take a different trail down the mountain?
I don't see why not.
After a short time, the trail began blending into the surrounding brush and then disappeared.
I'm scared. I think we are lost.
No, we're not lost. But we're on a trail, so we'll have to continue hiking down the mountain in the direction of the car. Just enjoy the surroundings and being together on our first hiking adventure.
Grandfather, I have a problem at school and I don't know who to talk to.
Talk to me.
I like to, but you are my grandfather and you may get angry because you are family and not, well, like a friend.
Now, Mandy's grandfather had to do some serious thinking after all. She was right that as her grandfather, he may get angry or his feelings hurt, but she needed a big person as a friend.
If I were to promise that anything we talk about would stay between us, and that I would not get angry or talk you as your father, but rather as an old friend, would you talk with me? Is that a promise?
Yes, and you know I have never broken a promise to you.
She gave a big hug and began to talk. Soon, they were at the bottom of the mountain and parking the car. Before leaving, her grandfather thought for a minute and said,
Granddaughter, anytime you need me as your friend and not your grandfather, pick up your walking stick and ask to go on a hike. It will be our secret code.
This was our best day ever. I was with my grandfather, my new best friend, and I have a talking walking stick.